Activity 2A Guided Reflection. Different contexts will require different types or forms of CPD. In thinking through how CPD might work best in your institution, there are a number of issues to consider. If CPD is already working well in your institution, you might prefer to continue along the same lines. However, the field of CPD is changing rapidly, and you should consider how new ways of working might improve the qualities of your staff and in turn the marketability of your university. If you already run CPD as workshops or short courses, you should consider whether you are reaching as many of your staff as possible. You also need to question what is being learnt and how it is implemented in a lecturer's own practice. Research tells us that barriers to staff participating in CPD include the following: lack of time, reluctance to change familiar teaching practices, and lack of inducements from the institution to encourage participation. If academics lack the time to participate in CPD, then informal interactions between staff on a monthly basis would allow them to learn new practices, which would be preferable to not participating at all. Similarly, hearing about how other colleagues have experimented with new ideas in their lecture rooms might give academics the confidence to try such practices out for themselves. For example, how their peers cope with large class teaching. Such informal collaborative discussions might provide intrinsic reasons for staff to participate in CPD. On the other hand, some staff will only participate if rewards are provided. In this case, there should be some formal CPD organized either centrally by faculty or even informally that offers CPD points for academics to participate. See activities 1A, 3F and 4G. Each institution is different, and the mix of formal and informal CPD needs to be developed over time. Ideally, intrinsic rewards should eventually predominate, with the institution encouraging academics to participate in CPD to improve their own teaching, learning and assessment practices of their own volition. Professional development doesn't have to rely on a centralized structure for teaching and learning. There are important principles to consider in CPD and questions to think about, but how you implement CPD should meet the needs and requirements of your own institutional context. In the sipping point, the academics get together once a month, identify their own issues and discuss them in an informal way. Your goal may eventually be to support them through a Centre for Teaching and Learning or similar structure. Or such a structure may already exist. Then the issues become how to support professional development with funding and resources. These are discussed in activities 3F and 4G.